Welcome to the lovely IHP community, the 5D collective, and all of those who are on our lovely emotional intelligence scale. So that means you do not use a pain point. No. In fact, here's a couple of messages for those who like short. That way you can just get and hone in on the full moon is tomorrow. I'm a mystic and I love to love, and I love to live, and I love to laugh, and I love to learn, and I love to not cast stones. And you do come here to master being yourself, and as a 5D mystic in the Enlightenment Soul Age group, I have become very much aware of why people don't master it at all. And so the individuals who are motivated by pain points, they're not a good fit for any of emotional, mental, or physical intelligence growth because they're going to be dragging the pain point around. Also, their left mode rules them like the Zen master. Okay, that's also why we are lacking completely, those of us who are of the 5D collective, interest. So, anyone who lacks emotional intelligence is going to be unimpressive and undesirable because they're uninteresting on an intellectual, emotional, and physical level due to the fact that their teenager version with a broken 3-year-old heart is what's leading them, just to give you the gist of it. Number two, they are unreliable because a flag without a flag post, and that will basically be for I am that embodied feminine. Yeah, it'll all be masculines that don't want to embody their feminine. So whether it's a distorted feminine or masculine doesn't really matter right now. I'm just going to give you the gist. They don't become their self. They do karma, not dharma. So, I mean, karma is great and dandy, but when you look at their childhood and how, well, really what it is when you see at how they treat people once they're adolescents and then they grow up. Okay, so you become very uninterested in their karma wheel. It becomes the dark sides of neuroplasticity is what they're using. And the Zen master that has laundry. So the wisdom of the heart is not accessible at all because, well, the only minds that actually access that pure wisdom of your heart is one, you have a heart that's whole, your whole self. You can't have a whole heart without your self-aware, accountable, regulating whole self. So you did the therapy, you have earned secure attachment, otherwise your heart gets broken every now and then. I have to hear, I forgave. That means you didn't learn how to do emotions yet. Okay, so again, we're here with emotional intelligence in the forefront, not in the behind, and we don't use pain points. Otherwise, that again doesn't make you a good fit for mindfulness, living, or loving. Makes you a good fit for somebody who needs to decide what do you want to do, emotions or drag the human suffering narrative around like those who are in their safety behaviors and 3D, 4D frequency. Okay, so we're a 5D collective. Christ consciousness taught me all about doing the forgiving business, God humble business, and it's really great. And yeah, people who don't grow emotional intelligence, they lack depth. They're undesirable and uninteresting to talk to because they lack depth. They're shallow. They judge books by their cover. Oh, they cast stones. They don't notice their disgusted faces and accents and any of the shit. They have unhealthy boundaries. And they even go around saying, I have healthy boundaries. How dare you? No, that actually is the adaptive child part of you. I totally know all about low emotional intelligence and lack of intelligence of emotional desiring people. It's all the same. I use my words to try and reiterate the same thing so you can leave and not come back if you don't want to do love. It's just because I'm annoyed with anyone who lacks emotional intelligence and wants to think they know how to do mindfulness or mysticism for that matter, or 5D. I don't like liars, I'm still a child inside, and when I was a kid, I was like, I get really angry. And then I realized, but they don't know what they're saying. And Jesus did tell me, forgive, they don't know. And then Stephen Porges proved it. He's like, yes, they don't know, Maria, and they're red or yellow, they're completely off. So, FYI, again, let me reiterate, you, like I, as a mystic, the spiritual woo lady here, but even scientists can tell you. What's up, Dr. Daniel Siegel? The whole self, what has happened? Integration. Okay. So, Robert Sapolsky was determined. No free will. I guess you get to choose if you have free will or not. Meaning that you can get to go to therapy, EMDR, child parts work, somatic, sensory motor, and get to a whole heart, and then decide if you do want to stop dragging a pain point around and do emotions like a grown-up with your prefrontal. And basically create what is called resiliency by using your human being brain, mind, and embodiment. That's why the optimized version of you is not this is not genius. No, it's actively, I chose personally love, open-heartedness. Oh yeah, and that's the other part. The wisdom of the heart is not accessed by all minds. No, only by the pure, open, loving minds that are interpreting it. And that was a message not only given to me when I first started to read tarot, but also I can tell you all about all the smart sciences people. Those first 3 years, they matter, and you can get home to them because trauma's healable. If they want to play pretend, we know where to find them. It's a 7 to 14 charming who tell you not to go to therapy, who tell you to stop regulating your emotions and to basically project them and just use your teenage voice. We know what we do at Cusco. Nothing more than, wow, I love to love and I love to leave the room and go somewhere else, but I'll pretend that no, I don't pretend that I'm having a good time. I wanted to do something different this time, but it didn't come out. So, what happens when Cusco's in the room is, shit, I guess I get to baby someone. So, do you want the floor? Can I go now? You know what? I don't do lying. So, you are a decent human being, but I don't want to become your friend. I got rejected at 4 and I got explained how it works. You're 50. I'm sure you can understand it as a grown up. That is not true. This is the part, no. So, again, lack of emotional intelligence people, they are uninteresting, they're undesirable, they're unreliable, they are completely lacking depth of emotional, mental, physical, all of it. And when they get moody, they don't take ownership like Cusco, and we just pretend because really it's not about us avoiding, it's that we don't want to waste our breath with a person who can't hear. And like I've shared, my facade friend, he's given me all the reasons why I know any clown and buffoon in a room who doesn't know how to have a heart-to-heart conversation. That's not happening. Healthy self-worth people, come on over. So we're going to have another couple more episodes. Our full moon is tomorrow, so we're going to also have some mystic episodes. This one's short for, again, the ones of you who enjoy short piece of content. I love you all. Thank you for stopping by. Get to your whole 3-year-old heart, or if you're here, come on. Come. Stop boring yourself with all those uninteresting human beings and the spiritual bypassers. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because, come on, I know you're going to have a good time here because I'm having a good time right now. And they're not. They're like, oh no, it's another ascension moment. And every year they do karma again. And we'll talk about that in the next one. I realized that they were doing this shit by the second round. I'm like, okay, I think that something's up with 4D, but I really didn't think they would stay in 4D. And today I know why they will stay 4D. So if you're curious about mystic stuff, jibber jabber, come on over. And if you're not, thank you though for stopping by. If you're interested in mindfulness stuff, again, we have self-empowerment stories, a bunch of things. So you can come by and just based on what you like, share, and subscribe. That helps the channel grow. And again, please do remember, when you meet someone and they are unkind to you, if you are a follower of Jesus, I am, you turn the other cheek. You also know how to basically completely forgive. It's not personal because you don't get hurt to the extent of, oh my God, they really did this bullshit. No, we don't have a narrative. It's okay, sad heart. We didn't connect because we're different. Their ego and our ego doesn't match, and they're not even their true self. So they're paused. They don't want to go to therapy and be brave. They want to follow those who are not brave. So let's leave them alone because they're also going to get really boring at a certain point with their same ass stories from yesterday's news, which we already know about. Let's move to the future with the people who are smart. We do creative expression and novelty because we are young at heart, because we keep our adolescent essence. That's emotionally intelligent people. We don't drag pain points around. I got scars. I got gold in my chest. Wow. Zen master, seriously, where's your Zen? You just have a title. Okay, we'll be back in a little bit.